Welcome to episode 16 of the Life in Knit podcast. My name is Rachel. My Instagram is @_lifeinknit, and my Ravelry is Rachael1137. Thanks for joining me again. It is Valentine's Day today, so happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate, or happy Friday if you don't. It is cold as all heck here in Calgary. I think it's like -20. It's supposed to drop again this weekend. We're getting on and off snow. Every flake we get, I keep telling myself, it means less fires. So be grateful for it. You probably don't really notice from this angle, but I have done a lot of organizing and cleaning in here, so I'm very excited about that. I will pop a little video in to show you a little bit what my yarn room looks like now, because it's finally able to be shown. It still needs some work, but it's definitely getting there, which is exciting. I spent a lot of time in here last weekend just trying to organize things a little bit more and get things a lot better for the average human consumption. And so I can find things a little better and be more comfortable spending some time in here. I do keep it colder in here than in most of the rest of the house, just to try to keep away any potential critters. I haven't had any bug issues here in Calgary, knock on wood, but we did have a lot in Vancouver, and I'm still suffering the consequences of that one. So a lot of my knits have holes in them, so slowly fixing those as I come across them. I am wearing, once again, my Salem sweater from Dragon Horde Yarn. I am aware that I am completely obsessed. I have in the plans to knit another one this year. Just trying to decide what to knit it in. I think I showed you last episode, I have got 3 skeins of a really pretty grey fluff from Mary Margaret Fibers, her Surrey, within 11/4 and I think I'm going to use that for another one. So I've got a grey one just to have a little bit more neutral too, which is going to be really nice. Because I clearly wear this a little bit too often, so it'll be nice to have a second one. This is Salem sweater. No, Nightshade Society sweater. Salem, I've also done. I want to do another one of those too. The Nightshade Society sweater by Dragon Horde Yarn, and this is knit in Zao by Fantasy Fibers and Chai by Fiery Fabric Co. So some of my favorite dyers, and always like to support my friends. On to finishes. So 2 out of 3 of them I don't have with me at the moment. Well, one is right there, but it is drying. So I'll kind of go in between. So the first one that was finished but still blocking last week is my silk graffiti shawl. I'll pop a picture of it in here, and then I'll pop some more in at the end. So that was a test knit for Knit Graffiti, her 10th anniversary extravaganza. Stunning brioche shawl, and I was lucky enough to test knit that one. It has been released now, and so it's out in the world, and you are welcome to grab it. It's gorgeous, and a really good second or third brioche project. So once you're comfortable and can play a little bit more. But she runs you through everything really well too, which is great. So that one was a sample for Polka Dot Creek, and it is now living at the store. So it is done in Dusty Rose, Antique Mauve, and Steel, which is the new gray. It's gorgeous and I love it. I'll pop some more pictures in the end as well. Beautiful, beautiful shawl, and I'm very proud of that one. Might as well go into the one I actually have with me, my Rachael Socks. So this is the self-striping that Polka Dot Creek was incredible enough to dye for me. So I picked all the colors, and then she ordered them up, dyed it up and put it in the order that she thought would request. And she was correct, as per usual. So this is the Rachael colorway. I do believe it's now live. I could be wrong. But this is the Rachael colorway from Polka Dot Creek, so it is a striped sock set. There is a good amount more yarn in this one. I just like shorter socks. I'll pop in some of the pictures I got at the end as well. Because I've finally got pictures of most of these things, but not... I've already worn these a couple times, so it's definitely going to be dog hair on them, like everywhere else in this world. So it is navy as the contrast, steel. This is brick, which you'll see again later, silver, and whiskey. So yeah, very me, and I love all the colors, and then together they're just so good. Using the tail end of it in a project you'll see later. It's already gone. It's already all knit up in there, but I had to use every single inch. And yeah, I'm obsessed with how they turn out, and I love them so much. Shelley, you did such a good job. Oh. Most of the colorways are all out and in store now, which is super, super cool. They're all so different and all so pretty. So it's really nice to see all those. The other big finish is the Study Hour sweater, which is the test it for Perfectly Knotted. So Claire, did it as a sample for Marissa Fantasy Fibers. So I did size number 3 in that one. It is still a test knit. I think the pattern is coming out next month. I finished it a couple of weeks early because it was so soft. So that one is in Marissa's. I'll put a couple pictures of it on the mats in here as well. So make sure to leave room, and I'll pop a picture in here. And so it is on her Morley Gray fingering in Daddy Aragorn, and then her dark past lace in the colorways Trees of Lothlorien. So you couldn't tell, she is doing her Lord of the Rings collection again soon. So she's got quite a few samples going on right now. A couple of my friends are knitting them as well, which is super, super cool. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get the yarn first, so I'm going to be one of the first few done, which is exciting. So just going to wait a couple days for that to dry out, and then I'll get that off to Marissa, which is super fun. But I definitely want to make one of these for myself, because the little details on this sweater are gorgeous, and the 2 yarns are just like so good and so soft. Her new fluff is like a yak, silk, Surrey, and merino blend, and I thought I loved Surrey. I still love Surrey, but that is so much softer. So I definitely want to get a sort of quantity of that from her. I've already sent her the sweater quantities that I have in her Morley Gray, which is her yak fingering base, to see if she can find something that'll work with any of the, I think 4 of them. Because yeah, I need a sweater like this, just different color, because the brown and grays and greens is beautiful, just not my personal taste. But it's going to look incredible on her and work with her hair so well. But yeah, so 3 finishes in the last couple of weeks. I was thinking about podcasting last week, but I thought with the 2 weeks it would work out better because I'd have a little bit more to show. Yeah, works in progress. So most of these you've seen before. There's not a lot new. I guess technically half new and half old. I'll start with my crochet blanket. So this one is just in a random tote bag because it's getting big and getting there. So this is my daily crochet challenge. I've been keeping up with it every day, which I'm very proud of myself for. I've had a little progress keeper into where I was last time, so I've gotten another 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 full rounds of the blanket done in the last 2 weeks, which is pretty good. It no longer fully fits in frame, but there it is. It's getting so big. I'm so proud of myself for this one. It's far from perfect, but I'm getting progress on it every day, so I'm so excited. And yeah, working around this guy and flying through my scrap balls. I have this much left of the 3rd out of 4, and then I have one full. I think it's 120-ish grams. They're all about 120 grams left, and then I'm out of scraps, at least the small scraps. Bigger ones, there's a ton up there, but all of those can be used for something else before they go into this. So I have a plan to use my Advent leftovers from 2023. So I did the Tofino Knit Co. Advent. I did my favorite adventure sweater, also by Dragon Horde Yarn. Her sweaters are incredible. If you haven't knit one, you need to. They're so good. But I think I'm going to use that one and do a granny stripe blanket. So it's a little different. It teaches me a few new things, hopefully, or something different. If you have an idea for a very beginner-friendly blanket idea that's good for scraps, let me know down below. Because, yeah, I want to try to get a little bit better, and then I've got a plan for a third one after that. So, but yeah, I've really been enjoying this, and it's really nice to see how fast the yarn goes, which is super cool. But there's some beautiful crochet objects out there, and I want to have some fun with them eventually. I definitely want to take it slow. I don't want to stop knitting. I love knitting, if you couldn't tell. But it'd be nice to throw a little bit something different in every once in a while, too. The other older one is my Lace and Fade Boxy, which I am so hoping to be finished for the next podcast, guys. There's so many things I want to do. I love this sweater, but I want to wear it soon. I don't want to keep knitting on it, but it's getting so close. So this is the Lace and Fade Boxy by Hohi Locatelli, if I can speak. This is my second one, and the second one that is still not faded. I probably do have the yarn to fade it, but I like the solid sweaters too. So this is, again, yarn from Fantasy Fibers. So this is her Love Me Some Pie colorway on her Enemies to Lovers fingering. This is from Pie Day 2 years ago. And this is Harbinger on her Surrey, which is her Forced Proximity lace. It's so pretty. Yeah, it's almost there. So this marker, which is from Dragon Horde Yarn. Gosh, I'm predictable, you guys. I think this is the Melano. It was a sock set and Progress Keeper kit that I got from her a couple years back. Then this one, Little Dino, is from Sleepy Shop Workshop. Oh, that's backwards. The Little Dino. I've got a couple of those on different projects right now. But yeah, I am in love with this sweater, and it's so close to done. I just started the last lace section before I've got a little bit more stockinette, and then the ribbing, and then the body's done. And then the sleeves are just like bicep to just below the elbow, so they'll be fast. Yeah, I just had to break into the second skein of the Surrey to start the last section. So it is going to use both of the skeins of Surrey, but any of the smaller sizes could easily get away with one. Or if you do it the length that the pattern recommends. I think the pattern recommends 4 lace sections. I just like most of my sweaters a little bit longer. And you'd be fine. And I think I just started my 3rd skein of the main color. So it doesn't use as much yarn as you think it will, especially for a really oversized sweater. I'm doing size 5, I think, in that one. So definitely one of the bigger sizes. But it's a super comfy sweater, and Hohi does the boxy style as well. Plus with the lace work in there, it just makes it a little bit more flattering to a lot of figures, which is great too. That one is in a bag from still the same. You guys must be getting so sick of looking at the same projects. I'm trying to get through them, I swear. This is my custom bag from the LB Tree. She is a local maker as well. And she's got the option on her website where you can pick the bag style and pick everything that goes into it. From the main fabric to the front, to the lining, to everything. It's super, super cool. But this is mine. And I love it so much. It's such a great size bag. Like, I think I've got all the yarn for the sweater, and then there's an extra skein of each in there just because, and it like doesn't even half fill it. So it's huge, which is great, and stands up nicely, which is a really big bonus. Especially if you're knitting at like a brewery like I was last night. It's really nice to, like, it's still portable because it goes over your shoulder, but it can stand up on the floor and be fine. Now into the newer ones. So both of these you have not seen before. First is a test knit for Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarn, doing her Curse Breaker sweater. Yeah, I'll pop a picture of her sample up here. mostly all of our color work done in sport weight, but her sport weight is a heavy sport weight and ours at Polka Dot Creek is a lighter one. So I've just started this. It's not that exciting yet, guys. But I've done the back ribbing, done the neck ribbing, and the short rows for the sweater. So just about to start the first color work chart on this one. So excited. So this is going to be the main color technically. This is brick on the DK, classic DK from Polka Dot Creek. I love this color. It's also in my socks, so you know exactly how much I love it. So that's going to be the main color, and then the sleeve color is the one that's got a lot of the same as well, and that one is going to be in this one. So this is Tiger's Eye from Chester Knits. I've had this one for a couple of years. I got it from Bat Anna's yarn store in Vancouver, but this colorway is just so beautiful with the different browns and golds in it. It's stunning. Thank you goes to Olive for helping me pick colors. I brought in this giant bag of yarn because I was having serious decision fatigue last week and could not pick a colorway to save my life. So we picked out 2 colors from my stash and then 2 from work. So I got those. That's Tiger's Eye from Chester Knits. This is on their sport base. So it's so funny to see like DK and sport and their goes to show that depending on the base that you have, they're going to be so different because they're basically the same weight. I did swatch with it and it worked out great, so which is lovely. So got those 2. Also using the last of the Bad Rock. Again, you guys must be so sick of me seeing the same stuff over and over and over again. So this is Bad Rock on the Juicy Decay from Farmer's Daughter's Fibers. It's going to be one of the contrasts. And then the other one, there was an overdyed skein of navy on the classic DK at Polka Dot Creek. And I snagged that one because it's a lot darker than our normal navy. And yeah, so that's going to be the 4 colors in the sweater. Very, very me. And I'm very excited. Navy is normally not this dark, but it is just that beautiful. But yeah, I couldn't let the one random skein go to someone who might want to for something, so I stole it. In my defense, it had been there for a while. But yeah, so these are going to be the 4 colors for that sweater, and I'm very excited about it. I haven't done a lot of heavy-duty color work in a sweater for a while, so that's a lie. I did the regalia sweater not that long ago, but it still feels like it's been a while. So I'm excited to get back into some color work pretty stinking quick here. It does use, with my size, I'm doing size 6 on this one. So I'm almost always a size 6 in Tristan's patterns. Works out great. She's really good for getting all of the sizes of her patterns tested, if at all possible, and her patterns have a really great size range. This is in a bag that I brought back from Italy with us. Just a nice little leather bag. There is a strap that goes with it if I want to use it, but ordinarily I don't. Last but not least, another leather bag. So this is my little wristlet bag from her Leather Co. Alyssa does some beautiful, beautiful bags. This is one of her little pouch bags, so it's got all the little pockets and everything. I've been using it as my purse bag because it's a perfect size for it, and it stores everything. This time it's got a Musselburgh hat in it. This is the Musselburgh by Isolde Teague. Doing a more scrappy one this time, so I guess both of them have been a scrappy one. But I have been wearing the bejesus out of mine, so I figured a second one was needed. So I used the last of the Rachael self-striping colorway from Polka Dot Creek, and then I had a little bit left of the steel from my silk graffiti shawl, so that is all in there. There's like this much left of it now that I will still use the rest of it. And then I'm gonna go into the navy that was the contrast. So see the difference between the navy there? That was the contrast color from the socks. I think I have one more mini of the navy, if I will, when I need it for this hat. If not, I can grab one from work. But so keep it a little bit more scrappy. So this side's gonna be I'll be able to have one with like the brim folded up in the navy and then have that as the main hat. I've got a Nova in here with me today. I kind of locked her in here. Nova, come here. And Astra is whining outside. So she's a little bit extra. So I'll see if I can get any of those sounds out. I do apologize. But yeah. So the muscle wear by Axel to Teague. I'm doing the fingering weight one this time. I did sport last time. So funnily enough, I think I'm knitting at almost the same gauge. I did drop a needle size, but from my last one. But it's got a looser gauge this time, which is nice. But yeah, I wear the dickens out of my other one on dog walks, so I figured I'd be best to use another one. And yeah, it's nice to use the last of this one too. So yeah, that is the last of my works in progress. Probably gonna bring another smaller project into the works now that the sweater is off the needles, just to give me something else to work on. I think I have one, like a half of a sock left on the Haunted Forest socks that I did as a test knit for Jennifer of Alindria Knits not that long ago. So I think I might bring that one out and finish that one up pretty quick here. Yeah, that'll be a quick finish, which is going to be nice. Only one was required for the test. I didn't not finish the test. She just only required one sock, which she usually does, which is great because she's got some tighter timelines. Usually I can get both done. This time I did not. So it's going to be a color work heavy couple of weeks. There is tomorrow a little crafty yard sale going on upstairs at Polka Dot Creek. Shelly, the owner, got her booth set up early and let all of us sneak up there if we were so inclined. Of course I was. Her stash is incredible. I was very good and only grabbed one thing from her. This is from Marion Jade Fiber. It's one of their self-striping balls. It did come beautifully packaged in cellophane, but I'm not a fan of cellophane, so I got rid of that pretty quick. So it's self-striping here. It's the colorway is Sexy Man Stripes. I don't know if it's something that they still make anymore, but it is beautiful. So yeah, I snagged that one. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I'm very predictable in my color schemes. Maybe I'll do something bright next because it's been a little bit. Yeah, it's so pretty. Yeah, I snagged that one before because I'm not able to go tomorrow, unfortunately, because I work at my big girl job. But yeah, so I had to do that. And yeah, that is my only acquisition the last couple of weeks, which is pretty impressive if I do say so myself. I'm very proud of myself for that one. Yeah. Reading and watching. We finished the originals finally, and Legacies is not streamed anywhere by the sounds of things, so at least not anywhere in Canada, so we can't get a hold of it easily, which is unfortunate. So for now, hopefully it'll come back one of these months and we can watch it then. So we've switched over to The Resident, starting from season 1. It'll be nice to have another one that's done, which is really helpful. Nova, can you lay down, please? Good girl. Nice to have another one that's done, which is great. Still reading Zodiac Academy. I'm officially on book 6. I don't know where I was 2 weeks ago, but I am flying through them. I'm about to start a buddy read with Marissa of Fantasy Fibers for the Heartless Whisper. I don't remember, but I'll tell you about that when I started, probably finished reading it next week. I have officially finished 13 books this year. I am flying through my goals. My goal is 55 books for the year. Because why not? So a little bit more than one a week, so I am doing really well on that so far, which is exciting. Hoping just to up it and up it every year. And there might be a Kindle coming my way today, which is very exciting, so that'll make things a little easier as well. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, that's about all I've been reading lately. I'm still not really watching any TV by myself. I've been watching the Stash Down Diaries knitting podcast on YouTube. Louise from Wildflower Wool, of course, as well as Nitty Natty and Crazy Sock Lady. Although I have been enjoying the Crazy Sock Lady a lot less lately. She's been getting, I know she's very religious, but she's been getting a lot more religious on the podcast, which I don't really enjoy as much. So that one might be one that goes a little bit on the wayside soon, if that continues. So yeah. But yeah, other than that, nothing too exciting going on. I'm gonna cook a big dinner tonight because it's Valentine's Day, so I'm gonna do a caprese risotto with some chicken parm and a chocolate mousse for dessert. So gonna get started on that pretty stinking quick here, actually. But yeah, I'll add in the pictures of the silk graffiti and my Rachael Socks at the end here, as well as the little tour of my yarn room now that it's all nice and tidy. Being the operative word there, because it's better, it's not good. So I'm excited for that one and hoping to do a little bit more organizing in the next couple weeks as well. But I am glad that like my chaise that I have over there I can actually see now, which is a pretty big improvement. I've also been bringing some random like yarn and projects to knit night on Wednesdays at Polka Dot Creek. It's just stuff that is beautiful and I still love it, but I'm not wearing it the same way that it deserves to be worn, or it's yarn that is stunning, but I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. And I know I'm not going to get to it anytime soon, and I need to accept that. So trying to give some of those beautiful things away to people who will appreciate them more as much as they should be appreciated, which is not what I'm doing right now. So everyone's been liking that, I hope. There's worse things in life than free yarn and knitwear, right? So yeah, that's been fun, and seeing people get so excited over things. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I think that's about it from me. So yeah, enjoy your next couple of weeks and have a wonderful night tonight and this weekend if you are doing the Valentine's Day stuff. Yeah, thanks so much again for joining. And take some time for yourself and take some time to make something. Bye.